Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Grand Circle Tour podcast is about to air right this moment. Please remain seated and keep your seatbelt fastened at all times. Thank you.
The Disneyland Limited now leaving for a Grand Circle Tour of the Magic Kingdom. All passengers board.
Star Tours announces the boarding of the Endor Express. All passengers, please prepare for immediate boarding.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. To those guests who've just joined us, welcome. For those of you standing, please hold on to the handrails throughout our journey and stay clear of the door.
Please keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the train and remain seated at all times. Now then, hang on to them hats and glasses, because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
I am Sam, the American Eagle, and I am proud to introduce the Grand Circle Tour podcast, a celebration of Disney parks, but mostly the American ones. I really like these guys.
Good evening, passengers, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Grand Circle Tour podcast. And boy, we have a show for you tonight. This could either go really, really good, or this could be a whole lot of messy fun. So, and joining me on this ride, we have Jason with me tonight. Hey, Jason, what's up?
Aloha, George. How you doing?
I'm doing good. What's up with you?
What's up with me is you, me, and Mindy last week did an interview with Mark Silverman, voice of Rod Serling in the Tower of Terror. He came on to talk about an event they're having for the 25th anniversary of the Tower of Terror on October 4th through Pixie Dusted Dreams Travel and Events. So I encourage all of our passengers to go and listen to the Mark Silverman episode.
Definitely. That one was one of my, if not the favorite episode that I recorded. Cause
it was an absolute thrill to get to talk to him.
It really was. I honestly, at times, especially when he did the voice of the tower, it's like I couldn't even control myself to know that I was on with him, that we got to listen to him actually talking as how he does on the ride. He was
so fun to talk to, and I can't wait to meet him in person.
And very down to earth.
Yeah.
Very down to earth. Yeah. Definitely. That was a great waltz up. And also joining us this evening is Caroline. Hey, Caroline, waltz up.
Hey, George. Well, my waltz up is pretty darn exciting if you want to go to Disney World, because Disney World, well, I am a travel agent with MEI and Mouse Fan Travel. And if you want to go to Disney World or you want to travel anywhere, you should contact me. But Disney came out with discounts this week, so I'm so excited. They have a room discount for May through August, and then free dining came out for part of the month of August. So that's pretty exciting.
Awesome. Hey, I'm always up for a trip to Disney World. So,
hey, Carolyn, if our passengers wanted to email you, how could they do that?
Well, you're very sweet to ask. They can email me at Caroline B, Caroline, B as in boy, at MEI-travel.com.
Awesome. And passengers, yes, if you have any traveling needs or questions, we have the gal for it. So
what I do.
Yes.
Karen will be glad to help you out with your trip, so please contact her.
Definitely. And tonight, my waltz up is, as many of you know, that Avengers Endgame has just been released and shattered all kinds of milestones and records. But I guess the biggest one for me is it's the first ever film in cinematic history to cross over $1 billion globally in opening weekend. So I just thought that was a nice little piece of information to share tonight.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That sure is nice for the people that made that money.
Yeah. I want to be an Avenger now.
Yeah. I want to own Disney Studios.
Yeah.
I need to start getting some more stocks.
We give a quick tip to our passengers. Don't do like your favorite jungle skipper. When you get a 12 o'clock showing for Endgame, make sure it's PM and not AM because that ruined my weekend.
Yeah, Jay didn't get to get out of the theater. What was it, 4 a.m.?
I was just like 3:45, but we drove an hour to go see it. So by the time we got home, it was like 5:30, and I kept having those 40-ounce, 50-ounce sodas that are only $12 at the movie theater. I was up. I was wired.
You were buzzed.
Like 1 o'clock on Saturday, I just crashed.
Wow. Yeah, so passengers, yes, definitely take it from Jay that when you order your tickets and it's a 3-hour movie, make sure that if you're getting a specific...
Plus 30 minutes of trailers.
Yes. Get an AM instead of a PM.
No, get a PM and not an AM.
Oh, sorry, yes. Sorry. PM, not an AM. Excuse me. Because then your AM will eventually run into a PM. Possibly. So, for this evening, for tonight's traveling adventure, we thought we'd try something a little different and go on more of unpopular opinions of the Disney parks and resorts. But instead of just talking about it, we thought that we would come up with a little game. And I can't believe that I'm actually saying this, something that belongs in the Disney vault. I'm going to try the Dan Hansen scoring points on this. Because it'll be nice to be on the opposite end of the magic mirror. Because as many of you know, if you watch or listen to our past episodes, Dan for some reason, he loves torturing me with those points. So shout out to Dan. Hey, Dan. So I'm going to try his scoring system. And what Jay and Caroline have to do is I'm going to give them a topic of an unpopular opinion of the Disney parks and resorts, and they have 60 seconds to defend it. And what the fun part of this is that whether or not that they agree with it or not, they still have to defend it. So this should be fun. So I'm going to start with Jay. And Jay, your first one is going to be, as an unpopular opinion, that there should be less hotels in the Walt Disney World Resort. That there are too many hotels for theme parks, and they keep on adding more. So the unpopular opinion is less hotels in the resorts. Yes.
Okay. Yes, this is a great idea for less Walt Disney World Resort hotels because this makes Disney a bad neighbor. There used a time when Disney was a good neighbor and all of their guests they brought in helped the local economy. But what they're doing is they're like a vampire on the local mom and pop and smaller businesses. Oh crap, this is harder than I thought. In addition, buses. It makes the buses so full. It makes getting to and from your resort to the parks incredibly hard because with all these hotels, the bus has to stop at every single hotel. So if there were less hotels, it would take less time on the bus to get to the Magic Kingdom. How much time do I have left?
You got 5 seconds, so I think you're pretty good.
Okay.
Okay, well, starting out on the gate, that was a pretty good, convincing debate. So I'm actually going to start this off at a level playing field. I'm just going to give you a straight 100 points.
Woohoo!
So, Caroline, it is you now. Are you ready?
I don't think so, but go ahead.
Okay, your unpopular opinion is Stitch's Great Escape is a very good attraction, that they should not have taken it out.
I can't have that I can't have that question because it's been so long since I've done it. Oh my gosh. I don't even really remember. I just know it's terrible. That's all I know.
But terrible in a good way? A way you can defend?
But I haven't been on it. So long, I don't remember.
Oh, George, that's not fair. You got to give her a different one.
Okay.
I'm going to have to make stuff up because I haven't been in so long.
Okay. Jay, that's going to be your one. As you can see, passengers, we're off to a great start.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, now I've got time to think about it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Now, so next time you only get 30 seconds on that question then.
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay. So, Caroline, here's yours.
All right.
That the Be Our Guest restaurant is completely overrated.
So I'm supposed to agree that it's overrated?
You have to defend that.
Okay. Yeah, it's totally overrated. Do you want me to tell you why it's overrated? Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Yes, go for it.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, wait. Doesn't she have to, say that it's underrated because you're saying it's overrated? Oh, never mind. Sorry. Go ahead.
Do I agree with the unpopular opinion?
Yeah, you have to defend the unpopular opinion.
Oh, yeah, it's totally overrated. I wouldn't waste my time going there at all. I mean, my God. Okay, first of all, it's ridiculously expensive. And using 2 table credits to go there? Oh my gosh. And let me just tell you what, it is so loud in there. It is like being in a cafeteria, like a schoolroom cafeteria. I mean, you cannot hear, and it is fake fancy. They have plastic flowers. I would no way eat supper there. I mean, it's fine if you like it, bless your heart. But, and the lines are so long. I mean, just go check out the bathroom. That's all you need to do. It's 100% overrated. There are so many better places that you can go.
You have any more? You got 20 more seconds. You got it now?
No, I think I said it all.
Okay. Yeah, I think you got a lot in for 45 seconds. So.
I realized I talked really fast when I was saying.
You know. I'm sorry.
I think I love playing this game with Carolyn.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to give you 150. 100 for your debate, but 50 for how fast you did that. That was very impressive.
I got nervous. I got to get it all in.
So we have Caroline in the lead with 150, and Jay, you have 100. So now, Jay, you got a little bit of an advantage here. So the one previously that Carolyn had was Stitch's Great Escape is a great attraction, and they should not have taken it out.
Okay. Who doesn't love the smell of a chili dog burp in their face? Stitch is one of the greatest Disney characters. Lilo and Stitch is one of the greatest Disney movies. It is a crime that the only and there's so much aloha there. It is a crime that there's no more representation for Stitch. It was a really fun attraction. I don't care how bad you say it was. Just to sit and watch Stitch is worth a D-ticket coupon. Do I have to keep going?
You can go 20 seconds.
Crap. Because I never went on the ride. I went on Alien Encounter, but I got to defend this. Okay. Seeing that Stitch animatronic pulled apart down to his bare bones just broke my heart. So for that reason alone, you should have kept the ride going.
Okay. So passengers, now just remember this. This is all good and fun. This is why it's a game. And this could be something that we completely agree with.
I don't really like Stitch's Great Escape. Yeah. You made me defend it.
Yes. This is why this is all good and fun. So definitely, passengers, when this comes out, definitely take a moment and listen to this because this is hilarious. Okay, so let's see, Jay. I'm going to give you 20 points on that one.
Oh, I totally deserve 20 points for that one.
All right, Caroline, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get that speed dialer going. So let's see. Okay, so your unpopular opinion is that there's not enough spinner rides at the parks. They need more spinner rides.
Oh, they definitely need more spinner rides. Oh my goodness. The reason they need more spinner rides is because people love them so much. People are familiar with them from going to their carnivals in their area, and so they feel comfortable on them. And they load quickly, and then they go quickly, so the guests can do many of the attractions. If there was a spinner ride at every park, that would be fantastic. And I'm sure they could get some theming in, some different theming in with spinner rides, because spinner rides are fantastic. And let me think, why else would you need spinner rides? Because it would, you know what it would do? If they had more spinner rides, it would make the line shorter for the big attractions, because people would also be in line for the spinner rides. It would help, you know, the crowd situation. And then a lot of people would be in the bathrooms throwing up because they had been on the spinner rides. And so that would also keep the line shorter for the other attractions and the restaurants. The restaurant lines would definitely be shorter. So I think more spinner rides at every park.
Okay.
I think Carolyn's going to win the game.
You came with some claws tonight for this win. I was actually going to give you 30 points on that, but at the very end, you came back swinging. I'm going to give you 50 points on that one.
And for the record, I do not do spinner rides ever.
Okay. So Carolyn is still in the lead with 200, and Jay, you have 120.
Oh, no, I have more than 200. I have 200 and something.
50. Yes, you got
150 and then
150 plus 80. I mean, 150 plus 50.
Plus 50. Yeah, 200.
So I thought you gave me 80 points. Okay, sorry, I wasn't trying to get more points.
Yeah.
Okay. 200.
Okay, Dan, you're giving Dan a run for his money with the games.
Yeah.
This game is fun, and it's good for my brain to have to think this fast.
So in your face, Dan.
And that's the title of the episode.
Oh my gosh, this is so funny.
Okay, Jay, you ready for yours?
I am more than ready.
Okay. Your unpopular opinion is the Walt Disney World monorail system is perfect the way it is. It needs no upgrades, no changes. It just needs to stay the way it is.
Exactly, because part of my get-rich-quick plan is I'm going to stand next to a monorail door, and when it opens, I'm going to fling myself out and ask for $1 million and a lifetime pass. Now, the monorail is great. It's perfect the way it is. You don't even need to change the carpet in those because it is so iconic. It doesn't need changing. It goes from hotel to Magic Kingdom. Why you give me the hard ones?
I specifically saved this one for you because I really, truly know how you feel about the monorail system.
I think if the monorail breaks down on you, it is a great time to just talk to your fellow guests, no matter how long it takes. You could pull your phone out the window and get some unique pictures you wouldn't get any other way.
The windows don't open.
Okay. All right. Sorry, Jay.
10 points.
Well, actually, what I was going to give you was I'm going to give you 15 on that one because an extra 5 for the notion of, you know, if something happens to go wrong, you could end up living at Walt Disney World. So
Next time the door opens up, I'm going to fling myself out.
So you have 135, and Caroline, you have 200. And speaking of which, Caroline, yours is for an unpopular opinion that the show Fantasmic at Disney Hollywood Studios does not need to change like Disneyland's. It's been there since, you know, how it opened, and it has to stay the way it is.
Okay, that would be magical if it stayed the way it is. I mean, come on, that set, those water effects, the way that boat comes around in that water, and the characters, the way they dance on the edge. When I was at the one at Disneyland, one of the characters fell off the boat and into the water. So no way does it need to change at Disney World. It's simply magical the way it is. And that dragon, oh my goodness, it's scary. It's freaky. I mean, I don't think there needs to be one change about Fantasmic. In the bleacher system, there are plenty of seats for everybody. I mean, you don't have to sit on the ground like you do at Disneyland. I mean, it is wonderful. At the end of a long day, you just go and sit there an hour before the show starts and you just relax and you can buy a drink or you can buy some popcorn. I mean, it's magical. I don't think there's one thing that needs to change about it. It's perfect the way it is. And come on, classic Disney. Let's stay with classic Disney.
Okay.
See, if I'd gotten that question, it would have been 60 seconds of me defending you can get a beer and sit in the grassy knoll.
There's no grass at Disneyland, at Disney World, though.
They don't have a little grassy area in the back anymore? Oh, okay.
No, they took all that and made it for private parties so they could make more money. But, oh, we're recording still, aren't we? Oh. Can you take that out?
Maybe.
I was being so negative.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. If you win, it's staying in.
If you win, it's staying in.
It wasn't that negative, was it?
No.
No, okay.
Wasn't negative at all. It's the truth.
They do have those private parties up there. You know what I mean?
I haven't seen Fantasmic in like 20 years at Disney World. I remember like sitting in the grass in the back behind the bleachers.
If it's a no, it gotta go.
I don't think there's any grass anymore. I'm almost 100% sure that they have paved it so that they could have private parties.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
I could be wrong, and I don't really want to hear if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they're not there.
As usual, if you have complaints, they go to mcduckindustries.com.
Right. Right.
So, Caroline, I'm going to give you 100 on that one.
Thank you.
That's 75 right there.
Well, here, actually, I was going to give her 70, but I boosted it up to an extra 30 just for that very end part that she didn't know that we were recording. That was priceless. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I can be honest about it. I mean, I'm honest about it all. I really am.
And just remember, passengers, this is all good and fun. This is no way of knocking Disney down by any means.
We love Disney. We wouldn't be here.
And passengers, you know you can trust Carolyn as your travel agent because she is honest.
That's right.
Yes. So if you want to sit in a grassy patch, she's just going to come out right, tell you and say, no, it's not there anymore. So
that's right. So forget about that. Go to be our guest. No, I'm just kidding. Don't go.
All right, Jay, here comes yours. So your unpopular opinion is that they only need to stick with the newer popular characters. They don't need to bring out the older classic ones like from Robin Hood and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, like more so the dwarfs. But they just need to stick just like with the main title characters like the Fab Five, the princesses. No one.
You know what? You know what? Anything before Little Mermaid, including Roger Rabbit, is deader than disco. They don't make any money for the company anymore. Who cares about Cinderella? You know, if Cinderella, if I was Cinderella, I would have poisoned my evil stepsisters and mother. They don't set a good example for the children anymore because they just want to get married and that's it. There's nothing interesting in them. I mean, Elsa versus Snow White. Who's going to win? Elsa. Elsa doesn't need you. Let it go. I'm fine on my own. Whereas every single princess before her is like, fine, I'll give up my life. I don't need to have an identity. I just need a man. So anything before Little Mermaid is bad for your children. Don't watch it. Only watch the Renaissance on because Belle, look at Belle. She wants to read. She wants adventure. That's way more exciting than Alice in Wonderland, who just wants to get lost.
Well, there's something for the brochures.
I'm going to get hate mail on that one.
You know what? That took a lot of guts for that one. That really did. So I'm going to give you 165.
Yeah.
So as of right now, it's a level playing field. You're both at 300.
Oh, is that why he got a 165 to level the playing field? Okay.
Hey, I had taken Dan's points, and now I am in control.
Okay.
Don't let it go to your head.
Okay, Caroline, let's see.
Okay.
Your unpopular opinion is that the bathrooms inside the parks are very pristine. Like, you could literally eat off the floor in the bathrooms.
Well,
They're so clean.
okay, well, I don't know that it's good to eat. I just don't think you should eat off any floor. But the bathrooms at Disney World are fantastic. Okay, all you have to do is leave Disney World and take the first exit on the highway, and you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm not at Disney World anymore because these are not clean at all. They're perfectly clean and they're cool. The temperature inside is cool. And they're so strategically placed all around the park that, you know, it's never a problem if you have to use the restroom or if you've had too much to, you know, drink like tea or whatever. And they're always clean. I have never seen a bathroom not clean. And there's always somebody in there sweeping or cleaning the counter. I mean, that's one of my favorite things about Disney World is that their bathrooms are so clean. And I don't have to worry about getting a disease there. And there's always soap and paper towels to wash your hands. I have nothing but wonderful things to say about Disney World bathrooms. I give them an A.
Okay. So I will give you 25 points on that one.
Okay, that wasn't really an exciting question, I have to say.
Yeah.
Just be glad
It wasn't like Cinderella and how horrible she is. Are the bathrooms clean? Yeah, they are. I'm serious. Just leave Walt Disney World and you use like the gas station bathroom at an exit, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, vacation's over."
At least he
You know what I'm
didn't
saying?
At least he didn't make you defend the one-ply toilet paper at Disney World.
Oh, they probably have that so they don't clog the toilets, right? That's probably what it is.
I figured they're cheap.
It's cheap. Yeah, you're right. It's cheap for sure.
All right, Jay.
Now the hotel bathrooms have they have regular nicer toilet paper. Especially if the deluxes have better.
I would actually have to say, like, just the bathrooms in general at the resorts, like in comparison to the parks, are much better.
Do you all seriously think that the bathrooms aren't clean at Disney World? Oh, I didn't know that.
Depends, I guess depends on like the location and the time of year.
That's interesting. Well, Disney, if you're listening, I think you should work up your maintenance then on your bathrooms.
Yeah.
Disney, spend more money on janitorial because you need it.
Oh, that's really interesting.
And I think it's really just, kind of inevitable because as the parks are expanding and the resorts is getting bigger and more crowds of people are coming in,
yeah,
that it's just a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jay, so here's yours. That it was a great idea to take away straws and lids from beverages inside the parks.
Yes, because we're saving the environment. The environment needs less plastic in general. But maybe some of us don't want to suck out of a straw. Maybe I just want to drink my soda. Maybe I don't want you forcing your straw and lid upon me. Maybe I want my soda commando style, just right there where I can sip it from any side of the cup that I want. Right now, I like having the freedom to do whatever. And also, if you sneak in alcohol, it makes a lot. You just dump it in. You're good to go there. So you're saving the environment. I don't like you telling me I have to drink from your straw. Also, by taking away the straws, it means people can't do spitballs at you, or you can't do spitballs on the ride. And I no longer have to deal with people using the lids as frisbees. When I'm sitting there trying to eat and a lid hits me in the back of the head, then a riot starts in the cafeteria at the Magic Kingdom. Environment. How much time do I have left?
You're done. I'm going to give you 75 points because when you mentioned about the spitballs, because back in 2012 or 2013, before I had gotten married and everything, I did a solo trip, and I went on Ariel's Undersea Adventure, and the person beside me in the clam, as we were going along through the scene of Kiss the Girl, they kept on spitting spitballs through a straw at each of the clams.
Oh my gosh.
And it was completely annoying, disgusting. So, yeah. So I give you 75 points on that one.
People are gross.
Yes. And not to mention you're at Walt Disney World. You know, you have nothing better to do. I mean, you could do that at home, you know.
That's just dirty and nasty. Don't do that.
That's gross.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, Caroline, your unpopular opinion is it's a good thing that Disney is making duplicates of rides for its resorts.
What do you mean?
As far as like every rides that they make at Disneyland, it's a good thing that they make them for Walt Disney World and vice versa, rather than sticking to originality per resort.
Well, it's a really good idea for the Disney company so that they can save money. And it's very good for their stockholders because, let's be honest, Disney is a publicly traded company and their obligation is not to the people that walk through those gates. Their obligation is to their stockholders. And so the things that make them money and make them a more profitable company, yes, then that's a good thing. And then I guess in turn, it's also a good thing for their fans because the more profitable they are, then the more money they're going to put into their parks so that they can keep making more money. So they can use their money for more staff to clean the bathrooms or, well, I don't know what else they can do, but let's just face it, they're a publicly traded company and they're going to do what they have to do to save money. So, hey, if what's the saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So if it's popular, why not spread the love? Because the Ratatouille ride in Paris is fabulous and everybody can't go to Paris. So bring it on, the US of A, man. Bring it on. And then more people can experience more things. So I say if it ain't broke, it don't fix it. And if it's fabulous, bring it on. And that's what they're going to do.
Cool beans. I'm going to give you 50 points on that one.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That was a hard question. I thought my enthusiasm was pretty good. And then the twist with the stockholders, boop, I didn't see that coming.
That was very good. All right, Jay, I'm going to be a little cruel.
Bring it.
You ready for this one? That it is only a good idea that Disney only makes IP attractions. It's not a good idea to do original attractions like the Jungle Cruise and the Haunted Mansion and the original Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes, because it takes the Imagineers too much time and energy and thought and effort to make an original attraction. By just doing IPs, you can churn them out and make more attractions faster, rather than taking, the years it took to develop Pirates or Mansion. You could just go in, do a ride like Maelstrom, take everything out, put Frozen in. I mean, we all know we can't wait for Figment to get ripped out of Imagination so they can fill it full of Inside Out. I mean, how long is it going to take them? What, like a year and a half? Whereas how long did it take to build the original Imagination? You can just crank attractions out by just picking whatever's popular and going, all right, check it here. You know what? Why don't they just go ahead and never make another original attraction again? Because you can save on Imagineer labor, and that saves your bottom line. And that way you can put even more money into these IP attractions that you don't have to think about.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you another straight 100 on that one, sir.
That was mean, dude.
And passengers, if you're listening, if you know Jay like I do, he has a very strong opinion about IP attractions and originality. So that one, he had to bite his tongue on that one.
I had to Spock with a beard it and be the Jason from the other universe.
Yeah.
I think we've had to do that for all of these questions.
Yeah.
I don't know what you two are complaining about. I'm having a grand time.
Oh, this is a blast. Sorry, Dan. I think we've had a better game.
We're going to have to get Dan on this. and have him get a little taste of his own medicine.
Yeah.
I want to hear Dan versus Mindy next time.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, Caroline, yours is that there aren't enough special events at Disney. There's just not enough. Like the Flower and Garden Festival, Food and Wine, these after-hour parties, just not enough. Disney needs more.
I mean, come on, what are they doing for leap year? You know? I mean, come on, there's no special event for leap year. There's no special event for Flag Day. I mean, oh, Arbor Day? What about Arbor Day? I mean, come on. No, there definitely, I mean, there are holidays. I'm personally offended because there are holidays that are not even celebrated at Disney World. That's discrimination. I mean, come on. There are presidents that get no love, no respect. I mean, let's face it. The weather is pretty good in Orlando. Well, let's say October all the way through the end of May. It's fabulous. There should be a special event party every single night of that time of year. Even in the summer. Memorial Day. What does it get? Even Labor Day. What does it get? Nothing. There are holidays that definitely need to be celebrated. So I say bring it on, the more the merrier. Oh, and by the way, the more parties they have, the more money they make, the better their stocks do. It's all about those stockholders.
Okay, so I'm actually going to go off of the limb here, and I'm going to give you 500 points for that. That was great.
That was awesome. I wish the passengers could see us right now because we are laughing so hard.
Yeah, passengers, as each of us are talking, you hear silence in the background, but yeah, if you could only see us.
Our cheeks hurt and we have tears rolling down our eyes.
I'm nodding my head like you can see me. Yeah, in agreement. Oh my goodness.
All right, passengers, we're down to our last unpopular opinion, and this is going to be Jay's. So for it being the last one, it has to be a good one. So I have a...
excuse me, will we have the equal number of questions? Will it be a fair game?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
He went first, didn't he?
I gave you 500 points.
Okay, so basically, I basically.
But I go then she goes again, then we're done.
Oh, am I going to go again?
Yeah.
Yeah, last.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's all good and fun, passengers.
I just want to win.
Yeah. Okay, so Jay's. Jay's? Plural. That's plural. No, it's not Jay's. It's Jay. So,
Jay's is singular.
I think I was saying more of Jay's, like I didn't stop at the passengers, you know what I mean. So, as I said, passenger, this was a really fun one. We're like in a really silly, goofy mood tonight. So this was
and
the
we're
first
sober.
Yes, we are sober. So, all right, Jay. So yours is actually going to be a Disneyland one. And the unpopular opinion is Disneyland has to stay true and original to its park and does not need to expand. It just needs to stay original without being touched the way Walt envisioned it back in 1955.
Right, because Walt was wrong when he said Disneyland is not a museum. There are 7 other Disneylands out there in the world. I think we should actually take everything from like 1966, after 1966 when Walt died, and remove it and return it back to Walt's original park, and it should be a museum. And people should come out just to experience that original Walt Disneyland. I mean, you can go to Magic Kingdom, you can go to Disneyland Paris, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Tokyo. Why does Disneyland have to evolve? It should still be ticket books. It should still be like 60s engineering and technology. It should not evolve beyond Walt's death because it is just disrespectful to keep it going when that was Walt's Park.
All right. Well, as a good enough argument as Caroline did the last round, that, again, I got to give you 500 points for that one.
Dang.
What's the score then?
So, Jay, you are at 875. And Caroline, you are at 925.
Well, that was fun. This makes you want to go back to high school and join the debate team.
Yeah. George, you just mad that I beat you every time we play dance game.
So, passengers, this has been a really quirky, fun, zany. This was not just like a monorail ride. This was not a boat ride, a ferry boat ride over, to one of the parks or the resorts. This was an actual wacky, zany. This was like Primeval Whirl and Goofy.
George's cartoon spin.
Yeah.
George,
a spinny ride.
I think we have found a new fun game. Sorry, Dan. I think George is the game master now.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah,
this was fun.
We're definitely keeping this, and we are definitely going to do this again with new questions, different topics, adding some more people onto it. So this should be very interesting. So passengers, this is like the first of many yet to come. And I want to thank Jay and Caroline for coming along and playing. This was a blast. So thank you guys.
I had a great time.
I was so much fun. What a great way to spend my night.
Definitely. So passengers, we are wrapping it up. We're heading back into the station. And remember, it's never a good day unless it's a Disney day. Take care.
If you would like to keep the adventure going after the show, be sure to like our Facebook friends page, Grand Circle Tour Magical Ticket Holders. While on Facebook, like our group page, Grand Circle Tour. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Grand Circle Tour Podcast, as well as Instagram, GCT Podcast, and our YouTube channel, Grand Circle Tour. If you would like to send us a message, you can email us at gctpodcast@gmail.com. T-shirts and other fun merchandise can be found at tpublic.com. Simply search Grand Circle Tour Podcast. If you enjoyed your adventure, leave us a review on Apple Podcast. Only one rule, make it good. Thank you for riding with us, and welcome home.